Hello and a very good day everyone. So today what we will learn is we will learn how we can actually prepare a dashboard from this given raw data. So in this particular file 18 July 2026 we do have a raw data about a sales of a sports products. So we have about more than 9,000 rows. So what I'm going to do first thing is I want to actually calculate the revenue. Price per unit is 40 ringgit. So one unit is 40 ringgit. Here the quantity sold is 450. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write here revenue and then I'm going to put here equal this 40 ringgit multiply with this 450. I just select these two and then press enter. So basically I don't have to drag like this. What I need to do is, because you have 9,000 rows, don't tell me you want to drag until down. So what you can do is just say you just double click over here, just double click only, double click, then automatically it will populate until the bottom. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight all this, control shift down so that it highlight all this number, and I can actually press this comma over here, or I will use a keyboard shortcut of alternate HK. So you press one by one, or if you feel that you don't want to use keyboard shortcut, you use your mouse, you click on this comma also can. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to press Ctrl A and then I'm going to go to insert. So insert and then I'm going to click on pivot table. So click on pivot table and then I'm going to press enter. So what I want to do is I want to create a dashboard. So meaning to say I'll just stick the date and then I'll just take the revenue. So over here my manager can know what is the monthly sales, and then I'm going to do what? I'm going to copy this and then paste it over here. So we have another pivot table, and this pivot table I don't want the date, I don't want the days, I want the months, but I put it at the columns, and I actually want the products. So I take the products and automatically populate over here. This pivot table, what I'm going to do is I'll just put the sports company over here. So we have a sports company and it shows all. So what I want to do now is I want to create a dashboard. So I'll just create a new worksheet and then I put my cursor over here, Control Shift up, Control Shift left, and I want to merge the column. So over here we have merge and center. So let me just press merge, and then from merge what I want to do is I want to create a slicer, a chart, and a visual over here. So what I'll do is I'll put my cursor over here and then I go to pivot table, I click on insert pivot chart. So pivot chart and then just press OK, and then I'll just cut this and then put it over here. So this is the pivot table. Let me just put it here, and I don't want this button, so right click, hide all field, and I don't want the grid line, so click this, remove the grid line, remove the legend, put data label. But we have like 𝗵𝗏𝗏. 𝗕𝗏𝗏 means scattered. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press here, right click, format axis, and then over here I'll just click on millions. So now it looks cleaner and better, and I don't want the y-axis, so I'll just remove this, and this one I'll just adjust accordingly. Okay, so we are done. What I want to do next is I want to bring the slicer. So I'll just click on pivot chart and then I click on insert slicer. I'll just put on sports company and I press OK. So now if they say I click on Adidas, Alexa, and so on. But of course when I click here, you will notice that in this pivot table it changes, but this pivot table doesn't reflect, because by right here 4 million means over here must show 4 million. So if just say I click, just say Alexa, Puma, of course you will notice that it changes but doesn't change over here. So what you need to do is you press right click, report connections. This is to make the pivot table functionable, more than one pivot table. So click here over here, click over here and press OK. So now you will notice that your pivot table, if here 2 million, over here so show 2 million. Next thing what I want to do is I actually want to create a camera. So first I put here equal to this particular cell, make it center align, and then I'll just go to somewhere here until December, Control R, Control B, bold, and then I'm going to copy this, paste over here, center, or not center align, it's left align, and then Control B to unbold it. So we have until this year, and this one I don't really want. And over here Control R, alternate HK, Control D, Control R, and Control D. Okay, so now this is how it looks like. I will alternate equal and I'll put some bold, and yeah, there you go. So now if you notice carefully, this is the data I want. I can actually choose pivot table, but why I want this? Because I want to create a camera. So Control A, I click the camera over here. So there is a camera. Later I'll show how I enable the camera. Click the camera and then I'll just bring it over here. Okay, so what's the purpose of camera? When I click Adidas, it will show me this. When I click 𝗓𝘂𝗏, it changes. But the beauty is the camera is like a CCTV, meaning if I change the coloring over here, so maybe I put here bold dark blue and the font white color, automatically you see it changes. And if just say I put here total, so I put here total and I put here bold and I change this to just say gold color, so you'll see there is changes. And if I put here center align, this is center, so here also will change. So this is how you can do it. Now the next thing what I want to do is I actually want to create an interactive title over here. So just say here we will show all the company. So what I want to do is over here it shows all. We will use the if function. Copy this, paste over here, equal if just say all is equals to all, then I put overall products. Otherwise I will link back to G1. There you go. So now what I'll do is this one I'll put the size of 40 so that you can see clearly, equal sales of overall or sales of just put here N and I link it over here. Okay, so sales of overall product Adidas, 𝗓𝘂𝗏𝗏, Decathlon, and this is how you can see the performance and whatnot. So I'll just adjust this. This is requiring all the edges, so I'll just remove this for a while. And yep, so let me just adjust accordingly so we can just adjust. And this one over here, yeah, so now this is how it looks like. So when I click here Puma, so you can see the title changes 2.37, 2.37. I click Sports Direct, so Sports Direct also you can see, okay, so 0.81, so 800k. So this is how you can actually play around the data and so on. So maybe I don't want 2 decimal places, so I remove the 2 decimal, so it will show like this. So it looks a bit better right now. Let me just adjust. Okay, so now this is the data. Maybe I can remove the grid line. So under view we have remove grid line, so alternate 𝗕𝗏𝗁𝗔. so over here, so alternate 𝗕𝗏𝗁𝗔. here I'll change to blue color, so I'll change this to blue color and white color font and bold. The same thing over here, this one also I'll change to blue color. Same thing over here. Here also I go to slicer, I change to blue color. Alright, so this is how it looks like. So you can actually play and change and whatnot. So we have the title changes. But if just say you want to change this to black color, you can do that as well. So I'm going to change this to black color and bold. This one also black color and bold, and yeah, so black color. And then this one here, I want to create an interactive title. Maybe the sales performance of overall product from January to December 2020. So let us see, this is 2025. So what I'm going to do is I'll just change. So I'll put here sales of, link it over here, okay, from Jan to December FY 2025 in RM millions. Okay, so this is my title. So I'll just choose text join and then a space, comma 1, and then I'll just link all this. Okay, so this is my title. What I'm going to do is I'll just put my title towards the left, equal, and then I link it over here. And then what I'll do is I'll just bold. There you go, make it bigger. Alright, so right now what you're looking is, so this is Adidas. So when you look at Adidas, okay, sales of Adidas from January to December, and then we can see all this title. And then you want to make a total also, you can do that. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just put the total over here. So this is the grand total. I'm going to link this. Okay, let me just make it better. So this one I'll put insert and then shapes, and then I'll just put it over here. Okay, so total, I mean maybe I need to put this better. Okay, so I'll put here total, and this one I'll just put it over here. Okay, so this data and space this data. Okay, but the problem right now is it's not in a proper format. So what you can do is you can actually use the text format. So I'll just use here text. Okay, so text over here, and then after that apostrophe RM hashtag ##, close apostrophe, close bracket. So now it looks better. And if just say you want to divide, because it's in the form of millions, right? So if you want to divide, you can just divide by millions. So 1 or 10 power of 6. Alright, so and then maybe full stop, maybe not this. Full stop, there you go. So we have like 31.4 millions and so on. So I'm going to write here and apostrophe millions. Okay, so total is 31.4 million. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put here and select this. Okay, and make it bigger. So this one over here, I'll just try to make it bigger. Alright, so there you go. Middle align, center align, and yeah. And if just say I want to change the font, shape fill, no outline, and white color font. Okay, so now if just say I clear this filter, so maybe I need to change the size a bit smaller. Okay, so we have about total 120 million. If this is Sports Direct, 8.66 million. Rebook. So this is how you can actually prepare a dashboard using Excel based on this raw data. So of course we can upkeep the name of the worksheet. So I'll just change to PT, pivot table, and this one I change to dashboard. So there you go. So this is actually how you prepare a dashboard in the Excel.